Hi, everyone, and welcome to our webinar series Kickoff here at MSPbots. We are super excited to have you here today because we are going to be sharing some really exciting updates around the product, around the company, and we're really excited to share with you some of our client success stories and what MSPs have been able to accomplish using MSPbots. So that's kind of what our topics are, but for a pretty slide just to show you, again, we're going to talk through our product update, so things to be excited about with the solution and what's coming. We'll talk about some of our exciting company updates, and then, of course, highlight our amazing clients.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. For today, we actually have a few of us on here that are excited, more than excited to be connecting with all of you, whether you're watching this live on LinkedIn Live or for watching this somewhere down in the future on YouTube or what have you. My name is Marcus McNall. I am the Director of Account Management here at MSPbots. Along with me, we do have Jen Six, who is our Product Marketing Manager for all things MSPbots. And then, of course, we do have Callan Sapien. Callan is the President of MSPbots, our fearless leader, as it were. And Callan's going to be joining us. If not, well, he's already here. Wonderful. First thing we want to touch on here today is a recent release for us here at MSPbots, which would be our new widget builder. The new widget builder integrates all widget configuration options in a single page, therefore making it a lot more intuitive and a lot more helpful for our clients. By centralizing the management of all configuration options, users no longer need to switch between various pages, saving a lot of time and effort and enhancing our user experience overall. This integrated design is easy to use, making the configuration process a whole lot more efficient. There's one line that I think that comes to mind is whether you want to go ahead and create a widget that has, a bar, a graph, a pie chart, differing colors, what have you. You are truly limited by your own imagination. Again, that's just one of many fun things that we've been building out and are releasing to our client base, month after month, week after week, all that good stuff.
Cool. Thanks, Marcus. I think we have a pretty loaded roadmap, but I think the first part that we want to work on and talk about is stability, right? We've worked really hard over the last year to overcome some of the challenges we had with the explosive growth that we had in the middle of last year through the end and going into this year. We've worked pretty hard to get a product team up and running, right? When you're a startup that's bootstrapped before where we were, you end up running pretty lean and mean. And it's been really awesome to onboard some people that we'll talk about in a few minutes, including Joy, who came to us as our new director of product. And she has established a pretty incredible team with an awesome roadmap that we think is based on the feedback from our clients, right? MSPbots for a long time was very broad, very vast, but a little less stable and very to Marcus's point, we're constantly releasing new things. So for the MSPbots roadmap, we have two focuses. We've got stability and we have features that are going to affect your everyday life, right? So what we've realized is that there are things that we are in a unique position to solve for the MSPs at large, especially our clients, that can just make their lives a little easier because of our total number of integrations, right? We have more than 70 integrations. That's growing month over month. We'll also be releasing an integration and assets roadmap here little later this month. But we're going to be releasing, we released recently annual contract payment so that when you go in, you're building out your contracts and you want to report on ones that are annual versus monthly and what the profitability, you can do that. We've added NT and bot additions to bundling, which is really helpful so that if you want to choose what things you use with MSPbots, right? We've got our premium plan, our pro plan, we've got our starter plan, we've got our plan that's a la carte. And what we didn't allow you to do before was kind of mix and match. You could do that now. So you could get the right people, the right tools that you need in one single place. We've separated the reporting function so that you can send out to clients on an automated basis and build things out so that you can share them, facilitating the easier navigation. We focused a lot on UI UX this summer. The enhanced search feature is coming. That's going to allow you basically a universal search across all of MSPbots. We have over 5,000 widgets and pre-built reports and templates that's hard to navigate, right? So we're making that easier as we actually condense and add these, as you see right here, a best practice tab, right? These are going to be what are the best in breed the high OML MSPs doing in order to get the most out of MSP bots. That's going to be put right in front of your face. So as soon as you log in, you're able to see those things and select the ones that would be relevant to you. We're continuing enhancements to our OpenAI sentiment analysis bot, as well as adding other AI backends. So you're looking at Azure AI, you look at anthropomorphic, as well as all the others. And then we're redesigning our sign up process, right? If you're one of the many MSPs that likes to refer people to us and use our referral program, you'll know that the one thing that has been a challenge is that sign up process, and it makes it a little harder for a new user or a new customer to do that. We're fixing that. And then this new widget builder is actually live already, but we're continuing to enhance it, and we'll do so through the end of this quarter. So that's kind of where we're at on that, and would love to drill down into any of those in Canny, which I'm previewing another slide in a little bit, as well as directly with an advisory council we're building. So some other updates for us here at MSPbots that aren't exactly product related, but they're close, is the Pax8 marketplace launch. This is really critical for us, right? We've gone live and partnered with Pax8 to allow a single point of billing. We know that a lot of MSPs buy everything they have. They've got 17 plus products as a median number for an MSP, which is a lot to try and manage across the billing, the support. Who do I go to? Was this paid? Was it not paid? Am I paying too much? Am I paying too little? Right? Going to one source is wonderful, as is things like the Pax8 Academy, the learning centers, and everything else that we now have access to in order to pull data, right? We've built 16 different data sets for Pax8 alone since launching with them in mid-July, and those are all available via our templates and our assets. We completed SOC 2 Type 2 Type 1 earlier this year, and we started SOC 2 Type 2 observation period. That ends in October. This is a critical maturation point for us. You know, as you get more and more adoption, and as you move through your product and your company life cycle, you've got to figure out ways of maintaining security and compliance for our customers and then for you. And so we've built out this SOC 2 plan. We're working on moving towards a FedRAMP equivalent, as well as several of the other alphabet soup compliances that we have out there. We're already ISO compliant. We're already GDPR compliant, PCI compliant, HIPAA compliant. But what we want to do is actually add some certifications to that mix. We're looking at ending the observation period for SOC 2 Type 2 in October, which means that we'll have a report. It's supposed to come on December 27th. There's no way someone's delivering us a report on December 27th. So we'll see you as a new year edition, probably, unless we're able to end a little bit earlier. But I don't want anybody working on those days anyways. We're also making additional investments in key milestones to drive innovation. You'll see that on the next couple slides with the team that we're adding, right? We've added some heavy hitters. And then we're also working on some launches, right? We have now launched an Azure data center in the EU. So new clients that come on in the EU can be GDPR compliant. We can have the scaling, and we're looking at launching later this year the one for the APAC region. And then we'll follow that up with North America. And then we're going to be at a lot of shows coming up. We're at Build It Live. We love that event. It's a great one for maturing your company. I think we have some, Jen, keep me honest, and Mark, we have some free passes if anyone wants to join. I think we've used 2 out of 5 or 2 out of 7. Cam and team gave us a couple extra. So if anybody wants to go to Build It, please reach out to Mark or your CSM and let them know. We'll get you registered and take care of it for you. We'll be at Pax8 Berlin. I'm excited because I've never been to Germany, and it's been a long time since I've been to Europe. I'll probably stop by and visit some of our UK partners on the way back because it's been a while since I've seen a lot of people there. We've added True Peer to our methodology. If you're a True Peer member or a peer group member, you'll know that we have peer group apps for just about every single one out there. So ask your CSM, and we can get that turned on for you. We are also going to be at the Las Vegas mission briefing for Pax8 on September 19th and 20th, as well as Can IT So for our Canadian viewers out there, we'll be out at Can IT in a couple weeks. We'll also be at IT Nation and a few others. So we'll probably be where you are.
PAX 8 Berlin sounds awesome. Yeah, great points, Callan, across the board. Per Callan's note, we definitely want to make sure we highlight and introduce all of you to some of our new faces. And a variety of new people come join us, and we welcome them into the MSPbots family. First is Joy Lee. Joy Lee is our aforementioned director of product. She is a graduate of Northwestern University. One of the most thorough, one of the most capable people I've ever met. If you're not familiar with Joy Lee, you will be at some point very soon. Joy's, again, a very welcome member of the MSPbots family. Up next is Mr. Rick Aquilia, more commonly known as Mr. 305. Rick does have a longstanding history in the MSP and the IT space. Rick actually did come to us and worked at BrightGauge at one point in time, and actually has come in and done a fabulous job of overhauling what we're doing from a professional services standpoint. Whether it's scoping, delivering assets, and other deliverables, Rick has just been a fabulous addition to the team. Alongside him is Christian Munoz. Christian Munoz is also legacy BrightGauge and has come to us as our director of client experience. On top of seeing our support and implementation team, Christian has done a fabulous job as far as overhauling a lot of the way we do things from an operations standpoint. Again, very welcome member of the MSPbots family on top of all of that. Up next is Mr. Nick Tanous. Nick Tanous came to us and is kind of owning everything from a sales standpoint within our PAX 8 ecosystem. He is our channel account manager for all things PAX 8, a truly wonderful salesperson and an even better friend. On top of that is Mr. Tim LaRock. Tim LaRock has come to us as our senior regional sales manager, definitely carrying a heavy workload as far as sales engagements. But on top of that, Rick does a fabulous job of looking at our pricing and packaging, evaluating some other options, and then help building out some more options to present to our client base. So Tim, again, another very welcome addition to the team. Super excited to see what he does this quarter, next quarter, and the quarter after that. But Tim's absolutely fabulous at everything from a sales standpoint.
Yeah, and I would say, one of the big things for us with these additions is it's a shift towards, and Daniel always wanted this culture, but we weren't able to necessarily achieve it, is a client-centric approach, right? Joy just finished her MBA from Kellogg, where they focus largely on the impacts. Nick built the Threat Locker support engine, right? And so we are hiring people that were maybe in a little bit non-traditional roles to solve other things. And I think that's incredible for us and for our clients.
Jen, are you going to talk to us about our Canny.io integration?
Sure thing. So really getting to understand what our clients want and need out of the solution is obviously a big priority for us, and being able to implement Canny.io is really helping us make that stride towards that. So this is a really exciting thing for us, and I think for our clients to be able to share with us exactly what you're looking for. What you'll see in the video playing is our integrations board. So we have out there existing requests that you can review and vote on for new integrations. You can also add your own suggestions in there. It's super helpful for us because we can see how popular something is across the industry, but also it lets you give us the details you need. So if you're looking at some kind of new integration, including in there the data that you'd be looking to pull out and all that really helps our team make strides on making these things happen. So I'll share the link for this in the chat here in a moment, so you can go check it out and make sure to review what's out there, add your comments, upvote them, add your new suggestions that you'll see out there. There's a lot of different things you can vote on, different enhancements you can request. So super excited about this and really hope to get a lot of engagement from our client base out there so we can better give you what you need.
Yeah, and I just realized now, Jen, your face was missing from the new new people to join the team. So
Oh,
you're welcome as well. It's been about a month that we've had you. So thank you for joining us.
yeah, so excited to be here. Thanks for the call out. And speaking of call outs, I think one of the most exciting things about my role here at MSP Bots is getting to talk to our clients and really understand how MSP Bots has impacted their business. And you'll see here in a moment, I will be seeing if any of you are interested in being a guest on our webinars coming up. Unfortunately, we don't have Van live to tell his story, but we do have a case study for you to review if you'd like. But I'd really love to highlight Think IP and some of the things that they were able to accomplish with MSP bots, namely improving their customer relationships. This story was so inspiring to hear, and I hope it inspires anyone else listening about the things you can do to show your clients value and build that relationship using the data that you can easily pull from MSP bots. So one of the things that Van spoke about with us was before he had MSP bots, it was really difficult to pull all the data together that he needed to bring to show his customers, hey, this is everything that we're doing for you. This is the health of your systems and your network and all the details he would share. And it would take a long time. He still didn't get everything that he needed. And then he found once they implemented MSP bots, they were able to pull together those customer reports in a fashion that made them look really professional, gave their customers all of the data that they were asking for and maybe didn't even know they wanted. And it helped him build trust with those customers. And now he really sees Think IP as a trusted advisor and partner for their clients instead of just a service that they have to have. So he's now built up those relationships so much because of that trust that he's built. He's even quoted in there as saying they're asking for suggestions from him now for things in their personal life. They trust him that much. They're asking about laptops for their kids for college, and he's really been able to build those relationships using that data. So I think it's worth noting the quote on the screen there because it really stands out to me that MSP Bots has single-handedly improved their customer relationship. So it's a pretty good read. If you've got a few seconds there to go check it out, we have actually two from Think IP on our site now. So thank you, Van. And we love, selfishly, I love to hear these stories because it makes my job easy. So I would love to talk to anyone who is having success and wants to share that. And especially if you're really excited about what you're doing and you want to share that with the MSP Bots community because we are a community and we all learn and grow from each other. We would love, absolutely love to feature you in an upcoming episode of our webinar series. So if there's anything you've done improving customer relationships, improving your productivity internally, all the things that you can accomplish, if you want to share that, please email marketing@mspbots.ai and let me know. I would love to get you featured on here. And even if you just want to chat about it, maybe don't want to be on a webinar, I get it. Still email me, let me know. I would love to chat and learn more about your business.
Yeah, I would say I love that Think IP one because a long time ago, there's a amazing gentleman out of the UK named Rajat Bagdala. He has an MSP that he's now since sold to Evergreen called The Final Step. Bootstrapped it to start, right? Like a lot of the people that are listening, like a lot of people in the industry, and built it to a very reputable business. And he did that with two different things that I've since co-opted, and one of the things that made it really interesting to join MSP Bots. And back when I was a Connectwiser, when Continuum bought BrightGauge, I got very upset, and then was very happy when we acquired it. And then as I've moved on and looked for where I can help impact this industry, those two things are JYE, justify your existence. If we do our job right as a SaaS company or as an MSP, our clients basically don't know we exist, right? Because their technology is working, things are going forward, they're more productive. There's a lot of goodness that comes behind the scenes. And I think everybody has dealt with, well, if everything's working, why do I need you? right? So that justification of your existence is huge. And it also helps you upsell other things as you go, project work and lots of other things. And then the other piece is on the other side of that, even if you justify your existence, you kind of have to do the ACE, ask covering exercises, right? To make sure that you have the data from all the sources in a single place. We kind of treat data as an afterthought in this industry. I think it goes with the maturation that we've seen. There's actually, I saw recently like a state of the industry report that had AI, it had automation, it had all these other things in it, but it didn't have data. Without data, there is no AI, there is no automation, there is no sales, and we don't have it as a critical piece, and our clients don't know it, right? When I say clients, I mean those end customers, and that's where we love to help. So it's really nice to hear that it's working, that feedback works. But Raja has a really cool like little updates that are really helpful for the MSPs too, called Bits and Bytes. I would definitely recommend on LinkedIn if you can snag that, because you couldn't find a better human, and I have had so many nuggets of wisdom from him over the years.
Sounds like somebody we should probably have on an upcoming episode. Just throwing that out there, Kevin.
I would love that. He's taken a little bit of time now that he's stepped away, but yeah, 26 years, right, was enough. But I think he'd do that.
Awesome. Well, I mean,
and maybe one of the people I want to visit.
Yeah. And back to Jen's point, I know we have our next several episodes are kind of booked as far as who we're having on, but we'd love to have clients on, anybody that we work with. Again, it would be awesome to have you come on and say hello, talk to our client base, meet the team, all that good stuff. And we'd love to spotlight what you're doing and what those efficiencies look like.
Yes, let us know.
Cool. So what you can expect going forward, the monthly webinars are going to spend a little bit of time just getting you up to date on what's going on with MSPbots, right? Where we're moving. There'll be some release notes on some of the key features, anything we're doing to help our clients have a better example. We're going to talk about certain integrations where people want to go with that. We already have a lot, so we want to make sure we're building the right ones and prioritizing it correctly. And then we're going to focus on key industry topics, right? It's not all going to be MSPbots product type things. We want to talk about things that we can do to drive employee productivity with other vendors. We'll be bringing on some of our vendor friends and some of those integration partners as we go. We'll be bringing on best practices from some of our clients and those who help us in the industry. I saw Chris Wenzel with a comment, who's an amazing consultant out there for MSP Visionary 360. And he's built an MSP and sold that MSP, and now he's helping us design automated ticket dispatching and making sure that the process is consumable by many people. We'll have people like Chris on and continuing to help us throughout to make sure that we can drive a more profitable and a more mature client base that can achieve their version of success. So really excited to kick this off. Really excited to everybody that joined us, and really hopeful for the future that we'll have some pretty amazing things. I would like to also point out something that I did not get into the slide is we are driving an advisory council. I have about half the spots filled right now. I have 4 of 8. I'm interviewing some other people. If you'd really like to be a little bit more engaged than maybe a webinar or a testimonial, we would love to hear your voice in other ways.
All right. Well, before we call it for today, a couple of things I just kind of want to highlight or just throw out there. First and foremost, all of us are very excited to connect with all of you, not just here, but again, if you want to connect with us, feel free to do so on Facebook, on Twitter, or X, as it were. Also, of course, on LinkedIn, and we have a lot of really awesome content and videos that are available on our MSPbots YouTube channel. Before we call off today, one of the things that's become kind of a staple as far as our internal meetings is that we do also throw out the occasional just really awful dad joke. And I personally wanted to make sure that was a part of a lot of these conversations going on. So before we get into the chat or anything, or in the chat, if you want to answer, feel free. Our first episode dad joke is going to be, why would you never want to get into a fight with a dinosaur? If anyone in the chat wants to take a shot at it, awesome. But Jen, I know we're looking forward to our next episode. Do we have a date and time for that just yet?
We don't have it solidified right now, but we will be sharing that as soon as we possibly can to our client base. But it will
Awesome.
be in September. We will be back.
For sure.
Chris's answer was not in line with the one, but I'm pretty stoked by it.
Yeah, Chris. I mean, I love it. I love the energy. I love the attempt. But we'll get it right next time. So okay, why would you never want to get in a fight?
We'll add that to the database.
Yeah, no, got it. But you never want to get into a fight with the dinosaur because, simply put, you'll get your ass kicked. So there you go. From the MSPbots team to all of you, you can take that joke, use it with your friends, your family, your significant others, or more than likely the best target audience would naturally be your kids. But anyway, that's all yours. From us here at the MSPbots family, from Callan, Jen 6, and myself, we do want to thank all of you for being here today, and we will see you all again in September.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully see you guys at an event. Talk soon.
Bye.